Hi, it's Betsy here, as in Chris and Betsy from As We Go. And yep, I have to do a remote introduction because I forgot again. But Chris and I, on Galveston Museum Day, also visited the Galveston Naval Museum. So we invite you to come with us as we go and check it out, along with a couple of friends. And welcome aboard the USS Cavalla, a World War II submarine that we were able to get on board and crawl almost all over it. And one of the Cavalla's claims to fame, she sunk one of the aircraft carriers that were involved in the bombing of Pearl Harbor. That'll be a question for somebody when we see them. You look like you know what's going on here. What's the wood on the deck of the sub? Good thing I don't have a penchant for wearing high heels.
That would not be good here.
It does.
It almost looks, like homemade, doesn't it?
Whip this up in my shop class, yeah.
There, it was pretty windy, but it was. It's anchored, but I don't.
And yes, that is Tom and Stacie from RV, Texas, y'all.
Yeah, it's a gimbal.
All
That's
right.
exactly what it is.
Well, into the depths we'll go. Hang on, move slowly. That makes perfect sense to me.
Mind your head.
Yes.
This always gets you though, is the guys used to sleep with the torpedoes.
Isn't that something?
I know.
Oh my gosh.
How many torpedoes from the big story under here?
So he's got 1,
Two,
3.
three, possibly, well, you could probably get as deep as 4.
They'd sleep with the, and see there it went.
It's going. It's. I'm gonna have to reset it because it's like lost its way.
They could carry this at the forward. I know the rear, at stern end, they could carry torpedoes too.
Says forward torpedo room. I don't know, it says it has 4 tubes and 8 reload skids, but it doesn't say how many torpedoes they actually carried.
Oh, total armament.
Huh.
Well, part of them might have been stored below deck
Yeah, that's true.
because
Yeah,
all
I
these
bet
hatches.
This would raise,
This all
they
comes
could
up.
bring it up, I bet, through here.
Yep.
I bet you're right.
I wonder in World War II economy how much one of those torpedoes would cost.
Can you imagine?
More than pocket change we can afford today.
Wow.
Considering all the mechanism that's in them besides the explosive.
No doubt. That is, yeah, and that's one of the things too at the county park where we are. It used to be what protected that inlet where the
Okay.
plants were.
Right.
And when Dow Chemical built in 1940, and they were manufacturing things for the war effort there, and so they had cannons set up on the hill because the U-boats were circling, right there.
Yeah.
And there's still a cannon there at the
Oh,
park.
cool.
And you walk up, and it's got like where it would rotate, and they could, on this huge wheel, like that bunk to this bunk, kind
Yeah.
of bigger than that, where they could rotate it. But you can see, quite a ways out. And there's
Oh,
another
yeah.
hill just further, just a ways off. So I bet there were multiples.
Well, that's when they had
ready.
the blimp service to search out for the U-boats.
Oh, the escape hatch, yeah.
Neat. You get up in there, that's a different story.
Yeah, if you had to get out fast, you
You better be strong.
And,
I may hand this to you to go through and then take
Okay.
it from you when I go through.
Sounds good.
so,
Getting a lovely view. Are we through the pass-through?
can't
Small
pass much
servings.
through.
The table's on
There's
timber.
nothing.
Yeah.
It's got all you get.
First time I noticed that. Dead reckoning tracer.
This is very, I mean, but it's got a lot of drawers, but they're all obviously very good.
The little key lockers.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Locker. This one's got like a desk, I guess, down here. Alright. So, this was the chief petty officer's quarters. They normally, it said 5 guys would sleep in here. But this ship normally carried 8 or more, so the leftovers had to sleep in the torpedo rooms. This takes tiny living to a whole new.
Whole new dimension, yes.
There's the office. Here, you want to hold your bag while you're going through?
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, that might make it a little easier.
Or his.
These ships weren't made for a guy his size.
Well, I did this last.
He wouldn't. Yeah, but you weren't carrying my bag, so.
This is the part that really interests me and all the. They did everything with the battery operated.
Do not operate any switches. We don't want to take off.
No kidding.
Look at all this.
That's unbelievable. And just, here's another hatch right here. So you could get down into the whatever down there,
Right.
engine room or something, but all these gauges and stuff. Can you imagine the time it took to learn all these gauges?
Oh, man.
It's all pressurized stuff, I guess. This is.
Wow.
I had a video once on
It's like
that.
you got to know what
Guys
everything's
used to
for.
that for a while, but man, there's so much.
Yeah, which one does what?
Yeah.
Oh. Let's have a little bit of it. You may know. Here's the garbage disposal. Oh my God. That's hilarious. That's what it's labeled.
Garbage disposal, yes.
Oh, the radio room. Okay. Oh, here we go, KitchenAid mixer.
Oh, must be in the galley.
They ate in 3 sittings. The ongoing watch standards were fed at the first sitting,
Watch that.
followed by the rest of the crew. Breakfast was served at 7:15, lunch at 11:15, soup or light snacks at 3:15, evening meal at 7:15, and pastries at 11:15 and 3:15.
Wow.
So they didn't go hungry.
If they did, it was their own fault.
Right, exactly.
Oh, that's neat, isn't it?
It's right there ready for you.
Huh. And if you wanted to watch TV in World War II,
You fired up your LED.
Well, that's right.
I have a feeling that's training stuff for some of the C classes they bring in.
Yeah.
That's pretty neat.
I don't think they would have had those World War II.
This must be the main crew area here.
Yep.
there are two guys, because they made
Yeah.
like one crew in the morning and one crew at night.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
You can't be a big guy and go through there, that's for sure.
They might have played that music, but they sure weren't dead.
I know.
Suddenly, I'm very glad I'm only 5'3".
Pays off right
So
now.
it says GM?
Yep, GM Winton.
Yeah, so it had something.
They must have took over Winton.
Yeah.
Winton.
Wow.
That's right, they were diesel electric because when you're underwater, you ran off your batteries, so the electric,
Right.
like locomotives.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's true. That would make sense.
Hey, how'd you like to have the house battery bank than this would have had?
Imagine that, jeez. Oh.
Peter Pan.
That's what it sounds like.
It is.
Yep.
It is. These powerful men
No chance.
Yeah. Sorry, I left my magnifying glass at home.
Wow. Limbo.
And of course, that hatch is called maneuvering room.
That makes sense.
Holy,
Yeah.
wow.
They picked the right way. Receives power from okay.
Holy, it's snug no matter which way you go.
Oh, it is. Gosh, I thought this side would be bigger. I was wrong. Yeah, at least in the other room you were sleeping on top of the
Here, you're
torpedoes.
sandwiched
Here,
between
you're
'em.
under them or between them. Yeah. And I don't know.
There's your torpedo chambers right there.
Yep, the after one.
Yep.
Ah. Okay. Yep.
Loaded in there and I guess fired.
Dang.
Hey, thanks so much for joining us. We hope you enjoyed this little tour of the Cavalla. And by the way, the wood on the top deck we did later learn was called purple heartwood, very hard wood. But again, we hope you enjoyed walking the decks with us and exploring. Join us on our next video when we're back with Tom and Stacie from RV Texas, y'all. And we'll go pay a visit to the Stewart, a destroyer escort. Y'all take care. Safe travels to you, and who knows, as we go, maybe we'll see you on the road.